So you've got a couple, so you're gonna have this problem in here, Kayla?
Yes.
Somewhere, maybe this curve doesn't need to be that big, and it's possible that you could maybe slide this one over further. I don't know, because you've got a lot of this circle here. This could be redone. This one's fine.
One of the things I was thinking about doing is adding a storage space between the left and the middle one.
You can, but if you want to make this bigger, you possibly could. If you wanted to, you could always try that. This one's probably fine. I would just make this one bigger, because that's kind of really where your placeholder was. You cut it off, but not critical. First thing I want to do is I want to take a section through these to find out what's going on in there. D. This looks good. I can take a distance from here to here. That's good. That's a good number. That's the front wall. This is going to be this is the end of the front wall. This is the office space stuff back here. This is cut through the lobby. Eventually I'll have a ceiling in here. This is the edge of this red here is the edge of that there. All right, and that is the edge of that. So yeah, nice thing about this is it kind of shows you what's going on. I'll do two things. One, maybe I'll do a roof skylight. I'll have fun with that. There's a million possible choices. Most of you thinking boxes, maybe I'll do an oval one. Just, I don't know. I mean, I could do a square one too. Like, let me know what you want. Let me get into this structure thing first. So now, I've got this, how do you hold up like this shell and this wall? And there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to think about how I want to do that. Couple ways to do it. I can expose part of the structure through here and make it an aesthetic thing in here, and then have it hold up the top roof and then come back to a piece of structure over here. So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to decide where I want to put my structure. That's the first thing I have to do. I'll take some of this stuff out. I don't need those lines in there. I don't even know if I need this one right now. But you know, this is just a copy. So I'm going to say, I'm going to run one piece of structure here, another piece of structure here, and another piece of structure here. So that, and then this is sort of double it. That looks like about where I want. I'm going to put a column in here and somewhere here. So 3 columns are going to be along this wall. So I put either the door here or here. It's up to you where you want, or you want to put a door here and a door here, or just one here. It depends. I don't really care. I'd probably put it here because this is in a corner. That's where I put the opening to this, and then the 3 structural components along here. So if that's really where I want to put them, the next thing I want to do is I want to cut a section through it. D. Pick a point. Pick one. I'm going to do another one here. And then I'm going to do a third one here. Why do I have to cut all these sections? Because the curve undulates. It's a bit of a pain. You're like, well, what happens if I didn't undulate the curve? Well, probably wouldn't have that problem, but since all of your structures are moving, it's going to be a bit of a bear. me start with this curve through here. Forget about the red, it's not important to me. It is what it is. I'm gonna draw my structural beam in here. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'll just draw a line. So I'm gonna say the outside of the wall will be one part and the inside will be another. Move that line. There we go. I'm gonna take and copy all this business. And I can just turn this off. I can just delete this. I'm just gonna copy. I'm gonna fill it. Okay, now I'm gonna join Holy Matrimony. I don't know, some of you like, I don't know about this matrimony business, Joe, that's. There we are. Extrude. 12. Ta-da! I know, thank you. Oh, I'm not done yet. Can we just keep going? Some of you are like, yeah, you're not finished yet. I'm like, well, picky. I'll plunk this right. This one was down here, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'll get it wrong, I'll get in trouble. He was like, yeah, but you didn't do it right. I'm like, oh, man. Now I'm gonna take this. Nope. Now I've got a structure in here, holds up that shell, holds up the roof in places. Everyone seeing this? Let me do another one. Like maybe I did that too fast.
Why not just do like a pillar, like
Well,
these,
because-
not in this room?
Because this shell is kind of thin, so we're gonna hold it up with the space frame. The model we're gonna use was your project, was the Ricola Church.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this in one of your designs already.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a benefit. So you're kind of ahead of the class, you have a sense, and I like what you did, but this is how you'd hold up those shells. Alvar Aalto had a really good gig, and I'm like, let's do the next one, but great question, Jerry. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna take and copy. So I put it up here. I'm gonna explode. just gonna move. I'm just gonna get rid of some of this stuff. I'm gonna move. Close, close, close. It's not gonna work here. So I'm going to get in here and explode. I'm gonna take and move that, that, that. To there. I'll take that, pop a mime to that. I'll take that and pop a mime to that. Okay, so the reason why this is kind of works is because one, you're not doing something that's too radically different than the last one. So it looks like it's the same concept, right? Because if you start to draw these, everyone's unique and funky, but it looks like it works, right? Let me say, well, I don't know about that. I'm gonna copy this. I'm going to take and delete this. I'm gonna join in, only natural when you do this stuff. I'm gonna extrude. I'm gonna copy it, move it over. I'm gonna 3D rotate. The reason why I keep all these here is because, you know, I'm gonna take and move. I have to go back to here. I'm gonna take and rotate. Ta-da. Let's say I want to move this. Well, put it onto Drew D wire. I'll put it onto Superman. Now you see the structures in here. Everyone see that? Easy peasy, right? So what did I have to do? I had to use the tools in order to cut the section. I drew one out. So when I drew this one out, because it's a space frame, some of you are like, because it's a space frame, this wants to get a little thicker here because it's a bit of a momenton. This gets a little thicker here because it's a momenton, so the whole thing doesn't crack. If I just drew them as just flat structure, you need to then put braces on them and all the rest of that stuff. So if you can make those stiffer. So if you've ever been in a church, a lot of times where they have this beam that goes up, gets wider, and then goes to the ridge, and just opens up a giant space. Why is it wider there? Because it's sort of like you need that because you've got a little bit of bending at that joint. These are very similar in nature because I kind of started with this one and went and copied it, and broke it, and moved it over. I could do the same for this one here, but you know, you guys get the point, right? I don't think I need to do that. Let's do a skylight. Because I know you're like, how do you do that? You ever try an oval one or a rectilinear one?
Oval.
Ovals are cool. Like, who the heck thought of an oval? I mean, we can all do a rectilinear hole, just draw a box, put it in, and put a reflector underneath it, right? So if I had just a rectangle, I would need a reflector that went from here to here. And I can extrude it down to do the stuff I needed to, right? So light would come in, as long as you don't, and I would close up this corner here and the corner over here, so that way you don't get light coming into the floor. Because in the skylights, you do not want to have light going directly into the floor. You want it reflected up, okay? So Gail is like, I could do a skylight that runs across this and the beam is backlit. That would be cool too, right? I don't know. There's a million ways to do this. All right, so let's draw a, I'm just gonna shut this off for a sec. Oval. I'm gonna take and move this. And I'm just gonna make this just big enough so it locks onto all this structure. Because Kayla's like, how are you gonna hold this up? Professor Betts. Well, let me think about that. So now I've got that, and this one. So maybe I want to put a skylight in here, and I'm going to do this crazy oval. Jocelyn, I see you focused intensely on your screen. I wonder what's on there. Something good. Is it a sitcom? Rom-com? Just watch up here because yeah, this is kind of cool. So let's say, for example, I want to put a big skylight there. Put this back into 3D. I'm going to copy this. The ortho one. I'm going to draw a line. Now, I'm only going to do half this because the back half, the sun's not going to be, well, I could argue that the back half isn't going to get sun. I just want to get it this way, but should I want to get sun on both sides, it's very possible I will do it double. But I'm going to do one that actually deals with, I'm going to take and copy this. I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to take this and scale. Point. I'm going to copy this and go down 6. Okay. That works for me. It's going to be my reflector. Do you want me to reflect both sides or one side? Let me do the reflector first, then you can make up your mind. While I'm drawing away, you can process and we'll vote. Or maybe you pick one. So let's say loft. Haven't used that one in a while. I'm gonna take, scale. I'm gonna extrude. I'll join. I'm a union. I'm gonna take this. Do you want me to do just half the opening or a full opening? I'll just do the one that collects the sunlight. How's that?
So half of it, right?
Half, yeah. I like half. We'll do half. This one's to go to there. Trim. Join. Oops. I'm gonna take and copy. Join. Extrude. Subtract. Oops. Right. Subtract. Click. Click. Where the hell's my hole? My opening. Am I missing something? Is this a... Oh, it's grouped. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that will do it. Now I'm going to take this thing, bring it up to here. I'm going to extrude again here. I'm going to take and move this, copy. Up. Subtract. Move. Now let's take a section through here.
For the diagrams, would I have to, like if I did the exact same thing, would I have to fix the diagram to show the top one?
Hold on, let me just put this in 3D section.
Okay.
D dialog. Voila, fish and chips, right? So now you're like, I'm gonna take this, match. Oh, undo. I'm gonna click on this. Object viewer. No, that's not what I want. I'm gonna click on this. Where's my, where's that command I'm looking for? Change the sections. which I'm like, I can't find anything. I know, old age just seeps right in. Edit object display. Oh, for goodness sakes. Anyone remember where that?
So you just right click it.
I did, it didn't show up. So I just right click this.
Oh, you were clicking on the,
What's that?
you were clicking on the top one.
What's that?
You were clicking on the wrong one in the beginning.
I know, but still, I'm like, I can't find the command.
Can you change it in properties? Or no?
No, it's the,
No, go to select components.
do you know what you're doing?
Yes. I mean, I've done it before, but I would just look for the option, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not bringing up my table. No, so annoying. If it doesn't pop up, I have to go find the stupid command. Ah. Does anyone know where that command is? Am I missing something? I can't find the command. Ah!
Ask ChatGPT.
Why don't you ask it, please?
Okay.
Kayla, go ask ChatGPT. How do you?
I'm not.
Object display. There it is. It's called object display. Duh. I want to just pull my hair out, but there's none left, so that's it. All right, there we go. So now you can see this section, folks. Everyone see that? So you can see the structure. You could see the roof thing. Light comes in, bounces around, bounces up. Object display. Just type in the word. All right. Everyone got it? Was that fast? Do you want me to do it faster? You want me to do it with one hand tied behind my back? I'll do it standing up. I'm not doing it on my head. I'm too old. I got a CT scan. They say, you got osteoporosis in your back, and I'm like, what? That keeps me not doing headstands anymore. So that's it. So Kayla? So 1, 16, 18 feet, that's it. 12 max here. These can be larger. This because we only want to play to the sun, that's it. Everyone got it? That's the structural lesson, and I also did a skylight. There we go. All right, lab session. I want to be able to see your stuff.